girl Kylie J here, and welcome back to my channel. So a few things. First thing, I think that this video is going to be rather long because there are a lot of things that I want to talk about. So check the description box down below. I will have timestamps provided for when I start talking about each of the different topics. And the second thing is, I'm really sorry, but for the next couple videos that you actually see my face in, I'm going to look just like this because my daughter is napping for the first time in weeks today, so I haven't actually had time to sit down and record a video, so I'm going to be recording like 5 today if I can. So just so you guys know, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do when you're a mom. So we're just gonna get started right with this video. This has been put off for such a long time now, and part of that is because I just haven't had the time to record, and it's something that I wanted to, show my face in. But as you can see from the title, I have a little announcement, and that is that I am pregnant again. And when I was pregnant with my daughter, I recorded somewhat frequent videos and updates, and they did really well. I think that's something people enjoy seeing, and since I already I don't want to say I have an established channel now, but I have a lot more subscribers, and some of you are probably wondering why a lot of my more recent videos are voiceovers, or I'm not actually sitting down talking about anything. So this is why. Life has just been really hectic lately, and with my daughter not napping, I haven't had the time to record a video, and if she was napping, I just felt like crap, and I didn't feel like putting any kind of makeup on or anything to record. So I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry this has been put off for so long, and I'm sure you guys are probably wondering, well, how long has it been? Well, it's been 32 weeks because today I am 32 weeks pregnant, exactly. Yeah, I don't know, I wanted to do frequent updates at certain milestones in my pregnancy, but that just didn't happen. I haven't had the time, I haven't had the energy, and then, with already having a toddler, it's 1,000 times more difficult to try and record a video, and I don't want to try to record things while she's awake, because it makes me feel like a bad parent, so I wait till she's napping. So yeah, I'm currently 32 weeks pregnant. This is not the only video I'm going to be making in regards to my pregnancy, but the only way that I figured I can make multiple videos for you guys to still kind of go through the experience with me is if I do it in trimesters. So today's video is just going to be obviously telling you guys that I'm pregnant. I'm also going to be talking about how I found out, when I found out, how I told my boyfriend, how he reacted, how I felt at the very beginning, and how my daughter's handling it. So again, that's kind of with the timestamps, because there might be certain things you want to see, but other things you want to skip over. So that's just going to be for today's video. And then I'm going to have 3 more, one for my first trimester, one for my second, and one for my third. And in those videos, I'm going to be talking about the same topics, but just. And then just like with my last pregnancy, after I have the baby, I'm going to post a video of my belly growth progress. And also in these videos, I will be posting pictures of my. So yeah, so the first topic that I have to talk about is if we were trying or not. And this question isn't really anybody's concern. I feel like that's personal towards the couple, but this is my channel, my video, my boyfriend doesn't care, so I'm just gonna be open with you guys. We did decide to start trying. We decided to start in January, the beginning of January, and how long has that lipstick been on my teeth? Whatever, I'm a mom, I don't really care. I just have time to record, so yeah. So we decided to start trying in the beginning of January. Coincidentally, the very first time that we tried, I think that's kind of special and kind of funny as well. So I don't want to give exact dates because I feel like that's getting a little bit too personal. However, the first time that we decided to start trying, I ended up, getting pregnant that time. And now that I thought about this, I was kind of tracking my ovulation. It was a little bit spur of the moment that we decided to start. I mean, we knew that we wanted to have another child, but we just weren't really sure as to when. So yeah, I downloaded an ovulation tracking app. I don't remember what it was anymore. I tried putting in some of my menstrual cycles from the last like 2 or 3 times, but my period has always been so irregular that it is incredibly hard to track when I'm actually ovulating. So I had a rough idea as to when would be a good time to try. However, I wasn't trying to get my hopes up for anything. So anyways, I knew I was pregnant because 3 days after that, I started feeling like I was pregnant. I noticed that my discharge had changed a little bit and I was starting to have some abdominal pains and cramps. It was just super mild though. And I also noticed just a tinge of blood in my underwear, which was probably the implantation. I started having a lot of like cramping and lower abdominal pains. So I decided to take a pregnancy test, and this is from the time that we, did it until this day. It's only been 8 days. And these tests say you're supposed to wait until your missed period. Well, for one thing, who knew if my period was even going to come when I thought it was supposed to? And second of all, I wasn't even close to coming up to my period. So I took a test and it came back negative. And needless to say, I was really upset. I did not give up hope that I was pregnant, but I just felt, really upset. And I was like, okay, well, it's only been, a week basically. Maybe I just took the test too soon. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to wait. So then 6 days after I took the pregnancy test that came back negative, I noticed that I was peeing a little bit more frequently. I noticed that I was starting to get a lot more hungry. And for only about a week, I noticed that my nipples felt a little bit more sore and sensitive, like if they would get rubbed up against something, like up against my bra, they were bothering me a lot more. And then 2 days after that, I noticed I was still having stomach cramps. I was peeing more. I was getting a lot hungrier quicker, but I couldn't eat too much at just one sitting. So then 2 days after that, on February 1st, I decided to take another pregnancy test because at this point it's been 18 days later, so a little over 2 weeks. And after the time that you're supposed to wait for the stick to process and show the results, I looked at it and just kind of glancing at it, I was like, seriously? Negative again? But when I looked really closely, I saw that there was a very, very, very faint line there. And I knew I was pregnant. I knew it. Even before I took the test, I knew it. I was so happy. I had my daughter with me at the time when I took the test, because we got up together in the morning. And I was so happy and I was smiling and she started smiling and laughing and I was crying and she was so, she didn't know what was going on. I tried telling her, but at the time she didn't understand. But she was giving me hugs and she was saying how I was so happy looking, and it was a really great moment between the two of us and I was very happy. So at this point, I still haven't told my boyfriend. a couple days after, after I conceived and I had suspicions that I was pregnant, I made some comments to him. He's a guy, and I've already had a child before, so I was feeling these things a whole lot sooner than somebody who hasn't already had a child, so he probably just brushed it off, and he probably didn't want to get his hopes up in the event that I wasn't actually pregnant. So at this point, I still haven't told him anything. I was trying to keep it a huge secret so that I could surprise him with it. So yeah, 3 days later, I decided to take another test, just, so I could have 2, and hopefully the line was a little bit darker this time. And I also wanted to just kind of make sure that the tests were really coming back positive, because then I was going to schedule a doctor's appointment. So I took the test, and the line was a lot more visible, which was a good thing. So up till this point, I'm feeling insane. Like, I can't believe it really happened again. I'm so excited. I'm peeing more frequently. I'm getting more hungry quicker. In my opinion, I thought my belly was sticking out a lot sooner. Even before I took the first pregnancy test and I thought I really was pregnant, I was already taking pictures of my belly. I guess it's just, mothers just know. So moving on to telling my boy on our 3-year anniversary on February 9th. And the way I told him, I thought about it for quite a while because I wanted it to be funny, but I also wanted it to be special. I bought 2 shirts off of Amazon for Chloe and myself. Mine had a little pink dinosaur on, and on the belly it has a heart and it said Pregosaurus. And for Chloe's shirt, it was a pink shirt that had a dinosaur and it was looking at a little egg and it said, "I'm going to be a big sister." So I got the shirts, and I decided it would be really funny to put, like, we had a hamburger bun here, and I thought it would be really funny to put it in the oven, and when Eric would come home from work, I'd be like, "Hey, I tried using the oven today. It was smelling really funny. Can you check it and see what's wrong?" Because that's like the kind of thing that I would do. Well, earlier in the day, texted me while he was at work, and he said he was really hungry. So he comes home from work, and by the way, I did record this. I'm not sure if I want to post it though, because my daughter is included in it. I'm kind of weird about like putting her on the internet, or at least on YouTube, but I don't know. So I'll tell you about it in case I don't upload it. So he comes home from work, I set up my camera and I start recording, and he has no idea. Chloe and I are both wearing zip-up hoodies to cover our shirts, and he comes inside and I tell him, "Hey, I tried making something today. The oven smelled really funny. I don't know what's going on. Can you look?" So he's like, "Okay, sure." And he goes over and he opens up the oven, and he goes, I don't remember what exactly he said, but he's kind of like, "What is this? Like a bun?" And I stood there and I was just kind of like looking at him, waiting for him to get it. And needless to say, he didn't get it at all. And I was like, "Eric, a bun in the oven." He didn't get it. So I told him, I said, "I'm pregnant." And Chloe and I unzipped both of our jackets, and he got to see our shirts. And he came running over and gave me a huge hug. And I showed him my positive pregnancy tests, and he was so happy that he started crying. It was just a really special moment for all 3 of us together. Yeah, so that's how he took it when I told him. But I'm really happy, that's how he reacted. It just made it really special for all of us. And my hormonal self is gonna start crying. So moving on to how Chloe is handling it. This is something I'm just going to talk about in this video. I don't really want to include it in my trimester update, but she's handling it really well. Over time, she has started to I gotta be choosy with my words because she's still just 2. She'll be 2.5 in October, which is when I'm due. But put it this way, at this point now, she'll pull up my shirt, she'll say, "Hi, Colt," because that's our baby's name, and she will kiss my belly, she'll hug my belly, she'll try to feed my belly. As her dad and I tell her, "There's a baby in here, we're going to have him soon." So that's how she acts. I don't know though if she truly, but I'm sure like she's super smart, like to the point where I don't know where she got it from. Really smart. So I'm sure that when we actually do have the baby, she'll put 2 and 2 together, and you know, her smart self is gonna understand, like, this is the baby that's been in mom's belly. So she is very excited. If we're like out in public and somebody comments on my belly and they start talking to Chloe, she'll actually tell them Colt, because that's her brother's name. Like, she'll actually say that to them. She's never purposely tried to hit my stomach or anything. Obviously, you know, she's a toddler, she's gonna flounce around, but we've never had any like serious instances where I was really concerned about anything, because usually she'll either understand to stop it when I tell her to stop, stay away from my stomach, or, you know, I just move myself and let her do her toddler thing away from me. But she's never purposely tried to be malicious towards my stomach. She's been like that for quite a few months now. In the beginning, I was still feeling like my stomach wasn't noticeable except to me. But over time, as my stomach grew bigger, you know, she became more aware. Her dad and I started talking about it, so. And bless her little heart, she knows that sometimes I struggle to roll myself out of bed, so she'll try and pull up my covers, she'll try and grab my feet and pull them out of bed, and she has her moments where she's just the sweetest little thing. And I am just very thankful to be experiencing this again. I'm very thankful to already have Chloe, and I'm thankful for how she has been taking this, and the whole thing just makes me really happy. So yeah, just to kind of recap a little bit, because I started reading some from my notes, but I feel like I wasn't actually talking about it. I started feeling like I was pregnant a whole lot sooner, and by that, my stomach just felt odd. I almost feel like, the way I want to describe it, I almost feel like I could feel the baby being made and growing. And I know I probably sound ridiculous for saying that, but that's just how I felt. Like, I just feel like this time, with already having a baby, I feel like I'm more aware of my body. And even to this point, if you guys watch my updates, I'm gonna say many, many times that I just feel more aware of these things, and I feel like I understand what's going on a lot better, a lot sooner, because I've already been through it before. So on top of like feeling like that, and it was, part of it was probably my uterus growing and everything, but I just felt like I was peeing a lot more without changing how much I was drinking. I was having waves of nausea, which I never usually have. Even during my time of the month, I never just get nauseous. I was having cramps and pains in my stomach, my lower abdominal area, that just felt odd. So it was just things like that in the very beginning that I was more aware of, because I've already been through this before. Okay, so this video didn't turn out quite as long as I thought it was going to, which makes me happy. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover for this video in particular. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments down below. I'll try my best to answer them as quick as I can and as best as I can. I'm going to wait probably a couple more weeks till I record my 3rd trimester update, because I just recently got into my 3rd trimester. But today I'm definitely going to be recording my first and my second. So soon as I get these videos edited and ready to post, I'm gonna post all of them. I'm still gonna keep doing my every other Friday, but I'm going to post all of these videos in a row as best as I can, just so you guys know. And yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I hope you guys enjoyed and found it helpful. Okay, so before you leave, go ahead and click the like button if you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can become a part of my small little family and make sure you never miss a video with me. Thank you guys so much for watching and so much for being here and spending this time with me, and until then, I will see all of your beautiful faces next time. Bye.